Hello and welcome to LFC Focus. Liverpool beat Middlesbrough 3-0 last time out, and so now they move on to facing Everton at Goodison Park in the Merseyside derby on Monday. So Liverpool picked up all 3 points at the Riverside on Wednesday night, and they did so in style. It was nice to see a return to the trademark Liverpool performances that we've seen so far this season that we haven't seen since the last international break. And it was nice to get back to that system of Liverpool player team, Liverpool thrasher team, and all those players come out after the game and say that Liverpool are the best team they've ever faced. Adam Lallana got 2 goals and an assist, showing just how vital he is to the side and just how important it is that we do keep him injury free for the foreseeable future. Divock Origi gets another one, which extends his goal scoring run to 5 in 5 games. And so everything is looking up for Liverpool, and they've hit form just in time to face Everton on Monday night. And as many of you will know after their victory against Arsenal on Tuesday night, Everton are hitting form just at the same time themselves. Obviously, before that, they only had 1 win in 8, and people were starting to question Koeman's methods after they had such a good start to the season. But their performance in the second half of that game, backed by an incredibly buoyant Goodison Park crowd, may make some Liverpool fans anxious going into the derby that we could see a potential upset here with Everton winning. And so with both teams hitting form just at the right time, I think we could be about to see the most entertaining derby, for the neutral at least, since the 3-3 draw at Goodison Park in 2013. And I think it'll only add to the spectacle of the game that Jurgen Klopp and Ronald Koeman do have previous after the 3-2 loss to Southampton last season, in which Jurgen Klopp was criticised by Koeman for over-celebrating after Ronald Koeman exaggerated his celebrations for Southampton's winner. Will we see any big clash between the two managers on Monday night? It remains to be seen, but it would certainly add to the feistiness of the occasion. And then there's the latest big news regarding the derby, which was announced today, which is the appointment of Mike Dean as the referee for this fixture. And of course, Mike Dean hasn't refereed a Liverpool game for something like 13 years now, and not an Everton game for about 10 years now, because of the fact that living and being born in the Wirral suggests that he may be partial to being biased to one of the two teams. Of course, when they're facing one another, provided he says he's a neutral, this isn't a problem. But Everton fans haven't taken too kindly to the appointment, spreading rumours that his children have Liverpool season tickets and whatnot. These rumours have, I think, since been debunked, but it suggests that we could be in for a pretty feisty game, and I think the crowd will certainly look to get on the referee's back. Jurgen Klopp also gave a couple of injury updates during his press conference today. He said that Emre Can was looking good, so that brings up the question now of whether Can comes in for Wijnaldum or not. Wijnaldum did play well against Middlesbrough, but you get the feeling if this is going to be a feisty and fast-paced game, you need a physical presence like Emre Can, because while Georginio Wijnaldum is very controlling, he's yet to really prove that he's good in a heated game where things move at a fast pace and he isn't able to control the midfield by himself. And then you've got Joel Matip, who it hasn't been announced that he will definitely be coming back. Jurgen Klopp, I think, said that they're going to give it another couple of days and just keep testing him and seeing how he's doing. But obviously, if he is fit and he is ready to start, I think it's a given that he comes into the starting lineup. The question then is, who partners him? Because while Dejan Lovren has partnered him a lot this season, the case for Ranier Klavan seems to be building. He hasn't really put a foot wrong since he's come into the side for the last game and a half. And he is, of course, also a left-footed and left-sided central defender, which gives him one over Lovren, because that would help with Matip being on the right-hand side. They would form a more cohesive defensive partnership, maybe. I think we'd have to see. So it would be interesting to see if Klopp experiments by putting Matip with Klavan for a game. So while Everton did look dangerous in that game against Arsenal, I still think spirits and expectations on Liverpool are high at the moment. So here are my 3 reasons why I think we'll beat Everton in the Merseyside derby. First of all, like I said, Liverpool hit form just at the right time for this game, and I think they've got a lot of momentum going into this game against Everton now. They've got Chelsea to catch up with. Chelsea will have played 2 days earlier, so it's likely that they might have opened up a 9-point lead at the top of the Premier League at this stage. So Liverpool will certainly be motivated to pick up those 3 points and keep up the pace with the top of the Premier League. And what better way to do it than beating their rivals on their own turf? Second of all, it is of course Divock Origi. Now, I'm pretty sure I've used him as one of the 3 reasons why we beat them for at least the last 2 games now, but when you look at the form he's in, it's hard to see why I wouldn't, because he's now scored in 4 consecutive Premier League games. He could even be eyeing up Jamie Vardy's record, we don't know, but scoring that many goals in that many games, with one in the League Cup as well, will help his confidence, and it will make him feel much more like the finisher that Liverpool need in certain situations. And finally, I think Liverpool's pressing game is really suited to a match like this. I think it's a given that there will be no bus parking in this game, that it'll be high tempo, high octane and incredibly exciting to watch. And Liverpool's pressing style, always looking to win the ball back and break quickly, will perfectly suit that style of game and should hopefully see us through to the win. And then of course there is the potential reason as to why Everton could, maybe, but I don't think so, could beat us. And I think that reason is that because they have the home advantage here, it hasn't always been a massive advantage for Everton because they are often the underdogs in the Merseyside derby. But given the way the crowd at Goodison acted in the second half against Arsenal, I wouldn't be surprised if they create an absolutely incredible atmosphere for this derby. And that could really fire the team up for this game and maybe give them what they need to get a win against their rivals. So that's all for today's video. I will be back on Tuesday, the day after the Merseyside derby, to cover all the fallout from a hopeful Liverpool win. Until then, thank you very much for watching. Don't forget to subscribe to the YouTube channel and follow @LFC Focus TV on Twitter. Bye for now.